Build a contact app with SwiftUI and SwiftData. Learn how to add search and pagination for a modern, scalable contact manager, perfect for beginners and pros looking to level up their skills within iOS development. This is the application we will create today. As you can see, it enables the user to add a new contact or view all contacts. If we click on View Contacts, it displays the contact details screen, and then we're able to navigate through each of the contacts by clicking on Next, or the previous button, or the last button. So if I click on Next, you can see that it loops through the record set for pagination, and it goes to the next record. When we reach the end of the record set, or the query or database table, it stops there. We can then go back to the previous record by clicking on the previous button, or we can click on the last button to go to the last record. We can also update the contact. Xcode is playing up again, trying to type my name in. Seems like the keyboard is not allowing me to type. Seems like Xcode is working now, the simulator is working, so I'll update my name from Kevin to my full name, which is Reed. Click on update. As you can see, the record has been updated. Click on last to go to the last record, previous. We can also filter by name using our search criteria. So if I type in read or RE, click on search, then it search or filters with all the characters that includes RE, such as Fred, as you can see, RE, and also my name, as you can see there. And also to add a new contact, you can just click on the add contact button and then add a new contact. I'll just call the contact Tom. Just enter a random number. Just enter 999, all nines. And then an email address, tom@test.com. Click on save. The record has been saved. Now we can view Tom. So Tom must be the last record in the database. As you can see, Tom is the last record in the database. So this is the tutorial and the feature we'll be creating today using SwiftUI and SwiftData. Don't forget to subscribe for more Swift and SwiftUI tutorials. In this tutorial, we will start to implement the editable text fields for the contact detail view. The editable field will enable the user to update the name, phone number, and email information within SwiftData. So the first thing we need to do is to create a new view stack. We will implement the view stack after line 51. V-stack, alignment, dot reading, spacing 10. Each element within a V-stack will have spacing of 10 pixels between each of the elements, such as the text elements and the text fields. It should be alignment. For the text element, we need name. This will be the area where the user can update a contact, a name contact. Enter name. $sign editing name. Line 53, we need the colon for alignment. The next thing we need to add is a bit of padding. Some background. And for the background color, we will style the text field to have a grey background stroke border color with a corner radius 10. Stroke border color grey. Line width 1. Padding dot horizontal. We need to do something similar for the phone field to enable the user to edit the phone number. What we can do, we can copy and paste what we just done previously. For the text element, we just rename it as phone. Enter phone number. Editing phone. The keyboard type will be phone pad, if we only want numbers. Everything else stays the same there. We do a similar thing for the email field. The text element will be email. The text field will be enter email, editing email. The keyboard type will be email address. The next thing we need to do is to add our navigation to enable the user to move backwards and forwards to the next and to the last record within the record set. So we create a HStack. HStack needs a button. The purpose of this button will enable the user to move to the previous contact. The text on the button will be called previous. We add a frame, max width, dot infinity, padding, background. The color of the text will be orange. The background of the text will be orange, which is the button, and the foreground color of the actual text, which is previous, will be white. Corner radius 10, padding, dot horizontal. So that button we just created will enable the user to move to the previous record, to move backwards within the record set. The next thing we need to do is to implement the feature of the button to enable the user to move to the next record. Similar to what we just done, what we can do, we can copy between lines 80 and I think it's 90. And then we paste that after lines 90. I'll just compile it to make sure that the structure is correct. It seems like the structure is correct. So now, for the new button, we need to change it to viewModel.next contact to move to the next contact. The text element should be next. And then the color, the background color is blue. Foreground color stays the same. Everything else stays the same. And then we just add some padding to the top. The next button we need to create for the pagination functionality is to enable the user to move to the last contact or to the last record within SwiftData. So it should be viewModel.last contact, last for the text caption, and font weight, bold, foreground color is white, background color is green, and everything else stays the same. What else do we need to do? Oh yeah, we need to add our update button to enable the user to update the contact. So when the user clicks on the update button, it will call the viewModel.updateContact method and then pass in the parameters that needs to be updated within SwiftData. That includes the name, editing phone, and editing email. So I'll just copy the section from here. It's a bit similar. Paste it or replace that block there. So that should be font weight, bold, frame, which is dot frame, background color should be purple, and everything else stays the same. Just compile it. The next feature we need to create is to display the list of the filtered contacts. So we need to loop through our filtered contacts array within our view model, and then for each of the records we have to give it an ID, add a VStack, alignment, not leaving, text, contact.name, title, now that should be font.title, then text, contact.phone number, font, sub headline, text, contact.email, font, sub headline, and then we just add some vertical padding, and then after line 151 we need to call dot on a pair, and then within dot on a pair we need to call our update editable fields function. Now just compile it. Compiled. In the next tutorial we will implement our content view. The purpose of the content view will enable the user to select if they want to add a new contact or view all the contacts within SwiftData. So the content view acts as a basic menu so that the user can navigate to the parts of the application that they want to use. Don't forget to subscribe for more Swift and SwiftUI tutorials.